Okay, I'm so excited. Hello, all my friends, and people who are coming to the Energy Healing Conference this weekend. I want to introduce you to this amazing, amazing person who is coming a long ways to our conference to not just speak, but to really train and do live demonstrations and to help you guys to learn new tools. So if you are a practitioner professionally already, you want to come to her class. If you're brand new, or if you are, we call it consumer of energy healing, but people who really want this work, you want to come to this class too. This class is the only one out of the entire event that is 2 hours straight in a row, back to back, because this work is extensive and I would call it advanced as well, because this amazing woman here is coming all of the way to really not, she's not performing, she's training. It's like live and in person. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. But I want you guys to know the amazing Lisa Nemzo. She did come 2 years ago to the Energy Healing Conference. So those of you who were at the Mountain America Expo, she was there. And I know many of you got the chance to meet with her, but now you get the chance to work with her too. So Lisa, tell us a little bit about your class as we're going into it. And then we're going to talk a little bit about your history, your bio as well. So, but let's go ahead and have you start with what's happening there.
Well, first of all, I'm so honored to have been invited to the conference, and to do anything that you're involved with is, to me, is so exciting and wonderful, and you bring so much energy and support to all of us. And I just really want to say that to start off.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you for everything that you do. The class that we went back and forth about a couple of the workshops and we weren't sure, and then it seems like this one really just popped out, and it's called um, releasing the cycle of addictive behavior. My workshop is releasing cycles of addictive behavior, and there are a lot of people that are doing so much work, taking workshops, really working on themselves, and they feel like they're making headway. And then some challenge comes along and they're right back into the same either relationship or the same dynamic at work or the same kinds of stuckness that they feel. And this workshop is a breakthrough and a maintaining breakthrough workshop where you identify the loop that you're in, you identify the challenge that you're actually not meeting, even if you think you are. And then once you are able to clear the way of certain thoughts, certain emotions, certain physical sensations with the process that we do, and meet that challenge, instead of going into a brand new cycle and thinking, yes, this is great. And then as soon as you get into it, you hit a wall and you ricochet right back into the same sorts of feelings and experiences. You're actually sitting in a new cycle, and you're able to have new feelings, new sensations, new thoughts, which is wonderful. But then you get a new challenge and you meet that challenge and you cycle right into a new cycle. So you become in an evolutionary cycle of behavior, which is what life is supposed to be, with joy, instead of looping back and forth, which most people are doing, whether they are aware of it or not. And it creates misery and disconnection. And so it's the ability to connect back into yourself, connect back into the things that are important to you in a way that is exciting and fun and sometimes emotional. Not going to lie. It can be challenging if you've been housing some fortification, or protection mechanisms. But all that, is created in a safe environment, and sharing with one another really helps everybody learn as a group. And we learn from listening to each other, and then we learn from sharing. And then you're not the same when you leave, and in a good way, in all good ways.
That's beautiful. Well, I remember when we were going through your list, you have quite an extensive list of topics. And different things that you could teach on. But this one really did draw out to me. It like pulled out. It stood out so much. And so whoever needs this class, you're welcome, because I am telling you what, Lisa is making quite a trek over here to be able to teach this class. And she's also going to be doing some one-on-one sessions there at her vendor space. We got her set up with an 8 foot by 8 foot space there in the vendor hall. And I want to encourage any of you to go and sign up and do a session with her. You'll be so glad that you did. She's been a massage therapist since 1985. And not just that, but she's sat on so many boards as directors, as chair people, with the American Polarity Therapy Association, with, gosh, which other boards? I know that I served
Well,
on.
I was president for 7 years there.
It's
So,
amazing. And then the work that you did with the Alliance, and then it goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? Like it's just continued. And you're one of my favorite musicians and one of my favorite mystics. And you're one of my favorite people who you just see and feel things that other people don't. And so I'm really grateful not only just to be able to call you my friend, but also to be able to have you come and be a part of this conference. It's rare that us people here in Utah get to learn from such deep wisdom and someone that's honestly really gifted with the abilities and the skill set that you have. And I know that you come at things from a different perspective than a lot of the other people that are out there. And I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you being willing to come to this conference and also being able to share. And I know that the Disney like persona of a crone is not always seen as being very good, but I actually take such deep respect and admiration, and I hold that title as such a it's like this thing that no one else has can have. You have to earn it. And it's like this mentorship, you know? And so
yeah.
I'm so grateful that you're willing to come all the way um, and to teach us, because you really do have such deep wisdom and skill set and abilities. And so I'm really grateful. And especially that you're willing to do this class. And we did make it a 2 hour class for a very specific reason. It's not something you can just do in a taste. It's deeper than that. And so I wanted to make sure we did this video today because I wanted all of my friends and people that I am aware of to know about your class. And this isn't something that we have all the time. So I'm just really, really grateful, honestly. So thank you so much. And she's speaking, you guys, on Friday. And is it at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock? Is that right?
It's 1 to 3.
So you want to make sure that, yeah, it's 1 to 3. So make sure that you have gotten some lunch before that and come in ready to do some really good work. And if there's anybody that you know that works at recovery centers or somebody that you know that has really been like, this is their life work, I want them to come and get to the chance to get to know Lisa and get to meet her and work with her. I think they'll be very glad that they did.
I'm so grateful for the invitation and to you for all the work that you do and provide opportunities for people like me to get out of my circle over here and come into Utah and bring it to you.
That's awesome. Absolutely. Well, is there
You,
anything else that you'd like to?
yes, there is one thing. You inspired me to really think outside the box. So in my booth or whatever it's called, the table,
Yeah.
I'm going to have all of my charts that are out so that people can choose mini sessions in terms of which workshop or which item that they'd like to work on, whether it is healing the mother within or doing the addictive behavior one or igniting your purpose and figuring out what you're doing here in the first place or whatever it is. They're mini sessions,
Yeah.
and I have a sign up sheet, and you can be able to come in and do that and get a chart,
Mhm.
and I'll do a donation only, and then I'll do a percentage back to you.
Oh, well, thank you. That's
I
so nice.
absolutely want to do that. So.
I'm learning to say thank you. So it just give me kind of pause. I'm like, oh. I'm supposed to say thank you. So I thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Awesome. All right, you guys, we'll see you there Friday. That's like literally like in a minute. So I'm going to send this out, put it on my YouTube channel so everybody can see it. Thank you again. We'll see you there.
Bye, Tammy.